All right, guys, it's time. It's that time of year again. It's time for the annual Christmas present live stream. So let's start off with the clothes. Right now, as you can see, I'm wearing my Formula One T-shirt, the Kimi Räikkönen T-shirt, with this famous quote to "Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing." It's really funny though. I do really miss him since he retired 4 years ago. He's one of the best Formula One drivers of all time, in my opinion. I do hope I get a IndyCar and MotoGP T-shirts sometime, since I also follow those types of motorsport racing besides Formula One. And well, this counts as one of my Christmas presents, as you can see. And then another thing I wanted to show you is my Star Wars PJ pants I'm wearing right now. Really cool. And then for the last thing for the new clothes for Christmas is this really fantastic, pun intended, Fantastic Four T-shirt. I've always wanted to own a Fantastic Four T-shirt. There you go. I saw that Fantastic Four First Steps in theaters 5 months ago. I thought it was the superior Fantastic Four film compared to what Fantastic Four films that came before it, but this year, this is the Fantastic Four film that we deserved, truly. And they didn't make Galactus a giant cosmic storm cloud like they did with Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. So, anyways, all right. So I got this really cool Star Trek USS Enterprise model here. It lights up. Here it is. This is the original one from 1966, since that's my favorite Star Trek series, the original series from 1966. It's a classic. I'm gonna demonstrate how it glows. See here, it lights up. I'm glad I'm both a longtime fan of both Star Wars and Star Trek. Got good taste in science fiction. I know a lot of people out there who watch my channel have their own good taste in science fiction. I'm gonna do a quick size comparison to my Star Wars Millennium Falcon. I'll get it down from the shelf. All right. So last year, you might have seen this before. My cousin gave away a bunch of his Star Wars action figures. You must have seen those. I remember I showed you around my bedroom with all the action figures I have last year in my previous Christmas present haul for 2024. Yep, as you can see, the Millennium Falcon is a lot larger than my USS Enterprise model. That's why I did a little comparison. Oh, hi, Anthony. I'm doing great today. May reply to you if I can. Reply to you. I got to the crow. All right. Hold on a sec. All right, let's get back to what I was doing. So I showed the clothes and the USS Enterprise model, and yep. All right. So I'm gonna do the let's get to the comic books now. What I got for Christmas. So I'm rereading Preacher right now. I read the entire series a couple of years ago. I got it from my public library. I'm glad I own the first book, and I got a single issue of that I got a couple of years ago too from Mayhem Comics, the collectible store. And I also recommend checking out the Preacher TV show on AMC. I thought it was really good, but unfortunately, it got removed from Netflix. But good thing I watched the whole series before it got taken off of Netflix. I got New X-Men by Grant Morrison and Frank Whiteley. I'm a big fan of Grant Morrison. I've read his run on Doom Patrol. I want to. I got an issue of one of his works on Doom Patrol. And I hope I get to some more Doom Patrol stuff by Grant Morrison. I got to some John Constantine Hellblazer stuff with him involved as well as one of the writers. It was John Constantine Hellblazer, the Family Man. You might have seen that in one of my older videos, that which I bought from Mayhem Comics. I got All Star Superman. I posted that a few months ago, towards the very beginning of this year. Also by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. I also got the Arkham Asylum graphic novel. I got that 2 years ago. I showed that my very first Christmas present live stream on this channel. Oh, since I wanted to talk about Preacher one more time again, so I got some other stuff by Garth Ennis, Steve Dillon, the late Steve Dillon. I got the Punisher, Welcome Back, Frank. Both of them worked on that as well. I got one of the trade paperbacks for the boys. Finally, took me a little while to find some comics that were related to the boys, and I got that a couple months ago in July. Glad that I owned some stuff to read about from the boys series. It's a little different from the show, but I like the boys comic book series as well as much as the show on Amazon Prime Video. I got I got Marvel Civil War. Yep, this is the very famous event from 2006 to 2007. This Marvel Civil War was served as the basis and inspiration for the 2016 MCU blockbuster Captain America: Civil War. I've always wanted to own this. I always wanted to read this too. All right, please let me know in the comments below, whose side are you on? Team Captain America or Team Iron Man? For me, I'm just neutral. I don't care whose side I'm on for Captain America or Iron Man. And I got another encyclopedia book. This time it's a Marvel encyclopedia. 2 years ago, I got a DC Comics encyclopedia. I'm glad I got both of those encyclopedias. And put this next to my DC encyclopedia. That'd be a good place for it. All right, so I was thinking I should do the DVDs now and then the action figures last. So got The Crow on DVD. It's one of my Christmas presents. I really like this movie. So it's one of the best movies the late Brandon Lee has starred in. Rest in peace, Bruce Lee. Brandon Lee. You probably all know the story that Brandon Lee was accidentally killed on set during the shooting of this film before it was released in 1994. I'm glad it's owned The Crow. I never read the comic it's based on, but I want to sometime. And I got the complete series of Firefly created by Josh Wheaton. I got to I got a trade paperback of Astonishing X-Men written by Josh Wheaton. And you probably know that Josh Whedon also directed the first Avengers film and the sequel, Avengers Age of Ultron. And Summer Glau, one of the actresses in this show, she's going to be at Des Moines Comic Con next year for 2026. Hope I get to meet her, get an autograph from her. And I know she also starred in Superman Batman Apocalypse. I own that movie too, as well as the first film before that sequel, Superman Batman Public Enemies. And there was one more comic book I got for Christmas. I got two more two late Christmas presents coming from Amazon by the beginning of next year. But let me talk about this one real quick first. This is Hanna-Barbera Universe Future Quest. I'm a longtime fan of classic Hanna-Barbera cartoons. I'm glad I got this for Christmas. Features Johnny Quest, Haji, Ray Spannon, Dr. Benton Quest, Space Ghost, Birdman, the Galaxy Trio, Frankenstein Jr., and the Impossibles. You probably know that George Lowe passed away, unfortunately, earlier this year. He was the second voice actor to voice Space Ghost after the late Gary Owens. And yes, you probably know this too, that Space Ghost got his own talk show spin-off called Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And then that was one of the that show wasn't created, that I don't think there'd be no Adult Swim at all without Space Ghost Coast to Coast or Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law. That was another show which that came out on Cartoon Network that predates Adult Swim. And I grew up watching cartoons, Hanna-Barbera cartoons growing up, like Johnny Quest on Boomerang. Well, even though the channel rebranded a decade ago, it may not be not even close to how good it was back then when I was growing up. But I'm glad they still play reruns of Johnny Quest on Boomerang, and they play Thunder the Barbarian as well too. I'm glad they brought that back. That's all I got to say about the rebrand. Everything else is, still pretty bad for the schedule and all. All right, time for the homesick. So I remember mentioning something about my late Christmas presents. So one of them was the Simpsons movie Blu-ray DVD. Since I'm a longtime fan of the Simpsons. I always wanted to own the Simpsons movie on Blu-ray, even though I've seen that movie many many times. It's coming from Amazon here to my house. Expected the beginning of early next year, along with DC: The New Frontier. That's from the trade paperback DC Compact Comics lineup by the late Darwin Cook. I read that before in high school, but I never owned the book. But I actually have the Blu-ray adaptation, the animated film adaptation that got adapted into Justice League New Frontier that came out back in 2008. I did a movie review on that for one of my live streams last year. It's one of my all-time favorite DC animated films. Now for the action figures, last up here. Got this Joker Funko Pop. War Joker. He's dressed up as Batman. Really cool. Batman Year 2 action figure, McFarlane Toys. It's a bit sad next year that McFarlane Toys is losing the DC Comics licensing. So yeah, this year is their last year of DC Comics action figures, but like I mentioned before, they're losing the license. And I got a Kansas City Chiefs a Transformer action figure, my favorite NFL team of all time, even though they haven't been doing well this season at all, and they couldn't make it to the playoffs at all, and they can't go to the Super Bowl either. But it's cool I got this action figure Transformers. It's been a little while since I've been collecting Transformers, and I was thinking I should go back to collecting WWE action figures sometime too. I showed you all my WWE action figures a while back ago. Got a picture of all of them together. One of my posts I did a few months ago. This Transformer is named the KC-59. He transforms into a Kansas City Chiefs football helmet. He comes with a little football accessory and a removable helmet if you want to. It's really cool. And the final action figure I got for Christmas is this really cool Halo Master Chief action figure. I used to have one back in the day. I don't know where it went, but good thing I got a new one to replace it. I got all the Halo games except for Halo Infinite. I still got Halo Combat Evolved for the Windows XP, but then, well, I don't have a Windows XP anymore. So, but I got the Master Chief Collection last year with along with the other Halo sequels. Glad I got that. Before I go, I'm going to show you my Simpsons figures real quick. I've been collecting by Jack Pacific. Got Homer. I got Homer and Bart from Target last year. It's when I got these two when Target started putting out the Jack Pacific, the Simpsons action figures, and I got Grandpa Simpson too. Abraham J. Simpson. Got that from Five Below, along with this replica Duff can. It's not really beer like in the show, but it's actually sparkling water. After I finished drinking it, I decided to keep it as a piece of Simpsons memorabilia. I got Grandpa right here. The only Simpsons DVD set I have so far is season 4, which is one of my all-time favorite seasons of The Simpsons. It's from their classic era. I've always liked their classic episodes better than the current day episodes. Season 4 ran from 1992 through 93, and now my second Simpsons DVD I'll be getting sometime very beginning of the year is the Simpsons movie Blu-ray from 2007, along with DC: The New Frontier trade paperback, as I mentioned earlier before. So that's all the presents I got for this Christmas. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, had a good time with their families and all. And hope, uh, I hope 2025 ends on a positive conclusion before we get into 2026. So happy New Year, everybody! And then I look forward to posting more content when 2026 begins. But I'll probably still be posting some stuff in my community posts, even though 2025 is almost over. But I still look really, I really look forward to for this year to end so we can move on into 2026.